Manifestors, hello, hello. It is, now I put this in the comments because I wasn't sure. Is it day 3 or day 4? Because it's Thursday and I could have sworn I started this challenge group on a Monday. So I'm feeling slightly confused. If somebody joins in the group, whoever is listening, tell me, are we on day 3? Nicole, hey, are we on day 3 or are we on day 4? Because I'm getting quite confused. I'm actually going to look it up on my computer while I'm doing this video because I think, see, it's it's Wednesday. It's only Wednesday. Holy shit. That's really funny because I thought it was, okay, so here's a little tidbit of information, guys. The brand new Me 12-week masterclass went live tonight, but I guess it went live on accident because I thought it was day 4, so I went ahead and posted this shit, not realizing. Okay, well, if you're interested, brand new Me masterclass just went live accidentally a day early. Really excited to talk about it, but first, we gotta slow our roll. We have done so much work, you guys. It's only been 3 days, and already we're feeling the love, we're feeling the confidence, we're boosting our egos a little bit. How many of you guys are feeling just oddly a little bit better? Like, you can't really explain it, but you feel like you're improving a little bit. Give me a like or a heart or a thumbs up. Hi, Renee, Hope, Nicole, Stephanie. Thank you for telling me, Stephanie, that it's day 3. Cassie is on. I'm so excited, Cassie. Brandy, Amber Lee, I did not forget about our one-on-one call tonight, I promise. Don't worry, it's still happening. You guys, I'm on here for a half an hour. We got so much to talk about. Rewind, pause, confidence. Look, Chrissy's saying she's feeling a lot better. This is amazing, guys. So here's what's going on. I'm splashy. I'm very energized because I just got off of an intense coaching call with a new client. Amazing, so excited to be working with her. Really, it's beautiful, this industry and the ability I have just to connect with you guys and just meet new people and really align myself with that passion for serving others. It's just beautiful, but it does get me a little hyped and energized. So, I'm gonna cool my face, just a little bit. Okay, confidence. Today we're talking about something that's probably one of my favorite topics when it comes to confidence because it's going to shake and shatter every piece of bullshit that you have been thinking about confidence and what it means to feel good about yourself. And that's why it's really exciting for me because I really like to demolish all of the beliefs everybody has. Just crush them, right? That's my job. So let's just do a little recap. You feel amazing in a weird kind of way. Stephanie, that's awesome. That's actually really cool. So it's weird because you're not used to it. It's an unfamiliar vibe of feeling good. And what we've been kind of hoping for on our own confidence journeys before we got here is we're kind of hoping to feel good, but we don't know how to make it happen. And so now here we are starting to feel good, not sure why it happened, right? Isn't that kind of crazy how the universe works? It's because you're aligning yourself with the idea that you want it and you're going after it, and you may not know how it's going to happen, but you're gonna make it work. See, this is the beauty of life transformation. Hold on, I just want to see what Hope said. I'm watching you while I'm walking. Hope, I hope you're not crossing streets or shit like that because that's gonna, I'm gonna get sued. Please do not do that. Stay put, pay attention. Renee, don't feel worried or afraid it'll go away. This is funny. That comes from a scarcity mindset. We often have if we've been through moments in our life where money was scarce, love was scarce, happiness was scarce, food was scarce, we develop really unhealthy, unhappy relationships with things that are supposed to feel good to us. So Renee is bringing up something that I think a lot of us are probably feeling, which is, hey, I feel good. When's this shit gonna end? I'm kind of scared. I don't want it to give up. I want it to stay. I want you to step into the fact that this is the new you. You guys have all been stretching and growing so much. I'm so proud of you. All of you have been taking these strides of vulnerability and exposing yourself and really putting yourself out there. And so if you're feeling uncomfortable or worried over the fact, is this permanent? Is this the new me? Should I be happy about this? Because it might disappear. I want you to just take a deep breath and start to say to yourself, this is the new me. These are emotional shifts that are happening in your life because you're growing. And so what you've done, even in this small community of us awesome manifestors here, is that you've been stretching to grow, and it hurt a little bit and it felt uncomfortable, right? That stretch is always kind of hard, kind of hurts. But when you do it, you're a whole new human being, and all this beautiful stuff is just going to start manifesting in your life now, because you're leveling up and you're saying, well, hey, the way I've been living is not serving me. I deserve better. So that's what's going on. Danielle, you're not going backwards. Danielle, you got me, okay? You're one-on-one with me. We're not going anywhere, please. You've got massive transformation under your belt, and it is not stopping. This is only the beginning. And it's only the beginning for all of you. So, okay, so let's talk a little bit about what's been going on here. We've been shedding the weight for a while. These last 2 days, we spent some really, really good therapeutic soul-searching time, shedding the limiting beliefs that we had, removing our fears of not being good enough, starting to believe that, hey, maybe all of this bullshit that we've been thinking is false, right? Now I'm going to teach you how to create that confidence that you've been longing for, okay? I'm going to teach you everything that you need to know about what you've been missing and how to create it. So get out your pen and paper, give me a like, give me a heart, thumbs up, something. I want to know you're taking notes here, because this is important, guys, really important. Now, after tonight's live video, you are going to get access to a really special PDF guide. This is, call it coincidence, because the brand new Me 12-week masterclass just went live today. You're going to get access to a PDF guide from that masterclass, because I love you guys all so much. And that PDF guide is going to go with what I'm talking about tonight. Just like you've had PDF guides every night, you're going to have one too. And this is going to walk you through the process of establishing a new sense of confidence. So, confidence is not just made up of one thing. And if you guys have been following along with this program and what we've been doing, you've probably admitted to yourself the fact that you haven't been confident because of lack. You've been lacking something. You've been lacking the perfect body. You've been lacking the perfect relationship, or you've been lacking the certain amount of money or financial success that you need in order to feel confident. So that gap has been the existence in which you've been living. You've been living in this gap. Where you are, where you want to be, I'm just going to hang out here and feel insecure. Like that's what you've basically been doing. But here's the thing. Did you ever ask yourself, what does it mean to be confident? What is confidence made up of? Right? Nobody's ever asking you that, and you're not asking yourself that because you're too busy focused on what you don't have to stop and think, hey, what do I have that is confident? What do I have that makes me feel good about myself? So, yeah, Kristen, fuck purgatory. We're going to get you guys all out of the gap tonight. Kristen took the brand new Me course when it was a 6-week, and now it's a beautiful 12-week masterclass. So this PDF guide you're going to be working on is from there. So here's what you need to know. Confidence is not made up of one thing. Okay? I want you to write that down. Confidence is not made up of one thing. All of you guys have not been feeling confident because you've been lacking. So confidence is not made up of one thing. It's made up of multiple things. Here's what it's made up of. There's a confidence makeup that I've designed and I use in all my courses, and it's a really, really good indicator to use as a guide whenever you're feeling off in your life. This will snap you back into the reality of where you're supposed to be. So that first area of your life that creates confidence is what? It's the ability to feel loved. We all want to feel loved. Feeling loved makes us feel confident. You ever have a boyfriend or girlfriend like tell you you're beautiful and just like kiss you really passionately and be like, baby, I love you. That makes you feel loved. It makes you feel confident. What about your kids? Your kids hugging you, telling you, oh my God, mommy, you're such a great mom. That makes you feel confident. That's love, guys. So love is the first step. That is the first fundamental must when it comes to our happiness and our confidence makeup. We must feel loved, okay? The second part is we must feel like we have a purpose. What good is it being on this earth and on this planet if you don't feel like you have a purpose? If you don't feel like you're in line with your connection, if you don't feel like you're in line with a mission or a longing or a sense of being on this earth, if you don't have a purpose, you're never going to be confident no matter how sexy your body is. If you don't have a purpose, you're never going to be confident no matter how loved you are. Unless being loved is your purpose, but that's a whole nother story. So being loved and having a purpose, those are the first two. We got some more. You ready for this? Being loved, having a purpose, being connected to your body, confidence. Majority of you came here for that third thing. You came here because you were saying, well, I don't have a good body and I don't like my body, so I can't feel good about myself. There's a reason that you've been feeling shitty, because it's one of the 3 fundamentals. You gotta feel good about the body that your soul lives in order to feel good in life. If you don't feel good about the body that your soul lives in, your soul will not be thriving. It's like a plant in a pot, okay? If the pot is broken, if the pot is too small, if the pot is too big, the plant is gonna die. Like, that's just what happens, okay? This is reality. So these 3 things are really important, guys. Love, purpose, sense of being, your body, being connected to your body. And then the 4th is your alignment with your truth. Your alignment with your truth. I gotta see something. Danielle, I need to write these things up and stick it on every mirror, basically everywhere I look, until this is drilled in my head. Yeah, fucking right you do, Danielle. Your purpose here on earth, number 4. Oh no, sorry, purpose was number 2. So number 4, hold on, give me a recap, hold on. So I went feeling loved, right? Your sense of purpose, being connected with your body, and there's a 4th. Let me just see what this is, because I'm, oh, your values and your identity. Sorry, your values and your identity. I had to take a minute to look at the guide that you guys are going to get. You'll all get this guide, don't worry, but as I'm going, I think writing down it is really helpful. Your values and your identity are really important, guys. And we do not take enough time in our life to pay attention to these things because society crafts them for us. So I'm going to give you an example of what this means and see if it can apply, because this is kind of the muddied one of the 4 that gets a little confusing. So your purpose in life is something that is heart driven, right? You know your purpose in life if you're put on this earth to be a mom, or you're put on this earth to serve, or you're really connected with your career. But your values and your beliefs, that number 4 that I just mentioned, affect your purpose. So for me, if I'm not, when I was growing up and went into the television industry, and that was my career and I was connected to it, I was trying to feel fulfilled by it, but hey, it was not in line with my values. My values were love and connection, and my values were sharing my stories and passion, right? Like, that was me as a human being. But my business and the company I was working for was rigid, by the rules, by the book, structure, unhappiness, really aggressive, masculine energy, was not in line with my values. So if you don't have a clear understanding of your values, you're going to get stuck in a career that makes you unhappy. You're going to get stuck in a body that makes you unhappy, makes you feel disconnected. You're going to get stuck in relationships that mistreat you because you don't have a clear understanding of your values and your beliefs. So again, just to recap, guys, these 4 areas. There's 4. And you need to feel fulfilled in all of these areas, or else life is going to suck. Really important. Really important. This is the fundamental. This is really the building blocks of what makes confidence, because even if you are lacking in some of those areas, right? Even if you are lacking in, let's say your relationships are not so good, your ability to feel loved needs work. I want you to take those 4 that you wrote down, and I want you to rank them for me on this call. Take a minute and look at them and rank them on a scale of 1 to 5. 5 being the best. You're doing really good in that area. And 1 being, whoa, I need a lot of work. Take a minute. Number 1 being, I need a lot of work in this area. Number 5 being, hey, I'm doing a great job. So we have love, our love and connection in our relationships. We have our body, our ability to connect to our body, our health and wellness. We have our purpose, our success, our financial career, right? That's number 3. We have our values, our beliefs, and our morals is number 4. So take that list and rank yourself. And I want to know from you, what is the 1 area that you need the most work in right now? Renee always wondered what her main purpose was. She never felt connected to anything. So really beautiful, Renee. Thank you for sharing. That happens a lot to us when we feel lost in our purpose or identity. 9 times out of 10, we've been living in fear. We have not been taking the risks that we need in order to be the people that we need to be because we're scared of making a mistake or we're scared of taking messy action. And so you have to learn how to overcome that fear. Nicole's agreeing with her. Awesome. So here's the thing. The reason you guys don't know what your purpose is not because you're not confident. It's because you're living in fear. See, I know what my purpose is. Why? Because I did the scariest fucking thing on the planet and I quit my job where I was making $75,000 a year to make no money, to have no house, to have no place to live, to start the business that I have now. And this business is my purpose. It's my passion. It's my drive. It is everything. But it didn't come because I woke up one day and said, hey, I might try this one day, but it's not a good time. It came because I woke up and said, now is the time. I have to do this. When is now not a good time? I want you guys to use that motto for everything you do in life. When is now not a good time? You have to get comfortable with the idea of failure. And this is a big part of the reason why people don't know their purpose is because they've never really tried to go after things, to make mistakes, to figure out if they're, right or wrong in their direction that they want. We have to get clear about this stuff, guys. We have to get clear. And if you've been sitting here on the sidelines of your life, not knowing what your purpose is, it's time to do something about it. Because that's a horrible life to live. To live not knowing what your purpose is to live an unfulfilled, unpurposeful life. And that's just, yeah, you guys deserve better. You're all on this call. You want to start feeling confident? Go make 9 decisions every single day. Go make 9 decisions every single day. Nicole, your life has not been a mistake up until now. Everything you've been doing is leading you to this beautiful moment of having a breakthrough. And I want you guys all to realize that rock bottom is the foundation that you're going to build your life on. So if you're out here struggling to understand why you're at rock bottom, it's because you're building a foundation to completely change your life. It's what I did. It's what so many of my clients do. It's what everybody does when they hit that wall and they need to thrive. So now that you guys understand the purpose and the lack of connection with you, if that's your number one issue, my advice to you here is to go on a journey. This is your time to reshape your confidence. I want you to go on a journey to find out what the answer to that question is. What is your purpose? What is your mission? You've been using your body image or your financial situation as a mask to cover up the pain that you feel about not knowing your purpose. And now that you can identify the root of the problem, you can solve it. So you got to ask yourself, what is it that makes you tick? What is it that makes you hungry? If you're the type of person out there who's really hungry to learn her purpose, I suggest you guys go out and get a book. It's called The Fire Starter Sessions. Danielle DePort. It's a beautiful book. The Fire Starter Sessions is all about how she broke away from her corporate job to fulfill the passions that she had for creating. So if you don't know what your purpose is in life, ask yourself, are you a person who loves to create? Are you a person who loves to give? Are you a person who loves to love? A person who loves to take risk? A person who loves to experiment? I mean, come on, there's a million things to do. Sit down, do some deep reflection, inner work, and ask yourself that question. So let's go to the body image stuff here. We have some guys on this call, and Amber Lee, I know you're on here, so I just want to say I love you. If we run a little bit longer, let me know if that's okay, because we have a one-on-one call after this, so I want to make sure that's okay with you. If this call happens to go a little bit longer, I don't want to keep you. So Nicole has a body issue. Amber Lee has a body issue. Okay, so here's what's going on. Cassie likes to create and love. I love it. Thank you, Amber Lee. So let me tell you what's going on with body image stuff. This is the real trip. It's that everything that you believe about what it means to have a perfect body has been created in your mind based on how you grew up. So think about the friends you had, think about your siblings, think about your mom or your dad or your aunts or your uncles or your grandparents and what was said to you or what you absorbed as a child about body. 90% of what you know about body image, you have learned as a really young kid. We soak these things up like sponges. So remember that story I told you guys back on yesterday's call about how when I was younger, I had that friend who was a skinny blonde girl and she told me I couldn't do ballet because I wasn't thin enough. I formed the belief that that was what beauty was. So I went my whole life never feeling confident in my body because I wasn't that. So you have some pretty twisted views about what it means to be beautiful. There are women out there who are 300 pounds, loving their curves, feeling amazing, feeling sexy, not wanting to really change because they really like the way they feel. You all have the ability to do that. We all have the ability to change how we think. We just don't want to because we've been so programmed by society and by our experiences. So I want to ask you, if you've been struggling to not feel connected to your body, I want you to take some time to look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, what do I like about this? What do I like about this? And I'm sure you're going to come up with stuff. See, for me, I'm looking at myself in this video and I'm like, okay, I really don't like the fact that my nose is so red and my ears are so red because I'm so energized and crazy. But you know what? My skin is really clear and that feels really good to me. So I'm going to sit and honor that. I'm going to sit and honor it and just be proud of it. And so every day I want you to take a couple of minutes and do some mirror work. If you guys have never done this, it's a beautiful skill that we all can craft. Sit down, look in the mirror, compliment yourself on 3 things. 3 things every single day and try to change them. And what you're going to find over time is that your conscious mind telling you these things will retrain your subconscious mind to start doing away with all of that bullshit that you used to believe, to start thinking a little bit better. See, Amber Lee's saying her tattoo makes her smile like a fool. Yeah, tattoos are really fucking sexy to me. I like tattoos. So I have them. So when I look at myself in the mirror, I'm thinking, oh, I feel sexy. Like, that's kind of cool. That's my vibe. And it's funny because my parents never wanted me to get tattoos and they hated it, right? If you don't know what you like about your body, start simple. Start with your eyes, start with your eyebrows, start with your hair. Start with the fact that you have a beating heart that you're really proud of. You know, every day when I do my meditation, if you want to talk about gratitude work and how helpful this is, oh, my smile and my ass, you go, Stephanie. I love it. Love it. So if you want to talk about gratitude, when you're in a place of gratitude, remember I told you guys to kind of focus on those 3 things today before we jumped on this call. When you focus on gratitude, you can't be angry. And you can't be in pain. It's really hard to be angry and grateful at the same time. It's really hard to be upset and sad and grateful at the same time. So if you're having a hard time connecting to your physical features on your body, connect to your heart. Take a few minutes every day just to listen to it beat and say, oh my gosh, thank you so much, universe. Thank you so much for this beating heart, because so many people die every single day and here I am alive with this gift. Thank you. Or your breath. Thank you so much for the breath. Thank you so much for the clean air that I get to inhale every day. Thank you so much for the fact that I can see. I was thinking about this the other day. Talk about weird. I was on a walk and I heard the birds chirping. And I asked myself, what would this earth be like if I couldn't hear that? Like, just comprehend that try to comprehend it for a minute. You can't, imagine if you can't hear what life would be like. Imagine if you couldn't see what would be like. So these are things that we need to appreciate and feel grateful for. And slowly what's going to happen is that gratitude is going to become a catalyst for confidence. That's what's going to happen. So we're working on our problem areas here, guys, right? So this is the takeaway I want you guys to get from this training, is that if you're trying to improve, now you know the source of confidence. You know those 4 areas, you know the makeup. If one of them is lacking, work on it. Work on it every single day. If you're having a hard time feeling loved, I want you every day to wake up and ask the universe to receive love. Whether it's a hug from a friend or a kiss on the cheek or an embrace from a stranger or a hello from somebody on the corner of the street, whatever it may be. Focus on what you want and take small baby steps to get there. And slowly that gratitude is going to turn into confidence. It is a simple switch that just naturally happens, but you've got to start somewhere. You have to start somewhere. So you identify the source of the problem, you've seen it. But now let's talk about how people screw up their life, because this is really important. People screw up their potential to be happy when they only focus on one area. So Kristen, for example, is saying her love and her relationships are really a problem for her right now in her life, and that's making her feel lacking confidence. Well, here's the thing. You have the power to feel love every single day. I feel love every single day by talking to you guys in the community group. I feel love every single day from my dogs because they're so affectionate and they need me. Talk about unconditional love, right? So, you know, you have the power, whether you're in an intimate relationship or not, to feel love every single day. That's a choice you have to make. And you have to be open to receiving it in other ways and not being so specific based on your standards upon which you've been raised to think that's the only thing you need. So when you get focused on that one area that you want, that you don't have, other shit starts to turn. So I'll give you an example. If you're really focused on the fact that you're frustrated and upset because you feel like you have no confidence, and your source of having no confidence is your body. If your source of having no confidence is your body and you're so wrapped up in not having it, guess what's going to happen? Your relationships are going to suffer. Because when you're fat and uncomfortable in your skin, you don't want to go out with friends. You don't want to be intimate with your partner. You don't want to go find a partner because you're insecure with your body. If you're insecure with your body, your purpose is going to suffer. Because when you're overweight and you're uncomfortable in your skin, you're not going to go out there and take risks. You're not going to go out there and try to be that woman that you deserve to be because you're uncomfortable in your skin. And when you're uncomfortable in your skin, all these other parts of life start to suffer because you're so obsessed with this one thing that you don't have, and all these other things start to fall off your plate. So if this rings a bell for you, if you're sitting here saying, oh my God, this is me, congratulations, because the brand new Me 12-week masterclass just opened up today on accident. I was supposed to open it tomorrow. It's a 12-week program with me, intensive coaching, one-on-one in this private, intimate group. Amazing. You can message me if you have questions about it. Just went live tonight. And tonight's PDF guide is just going to be a part of that free course. It's a free guide from that 12-week course for you guys. So what I want you to do is start looking at those other areas, because the mistake you're all going to make if you don't make a switch now is that you're going to become so wrapped up in what you don't have, and even when you achieve it, it's going to create this okay, now what feeling in your heart, and you don't want that. So I want you to use the guide that I'm giving you to look at every single area of those 4 that I gave you and ask yourself, what can I do every single day to enhance this area of my life? And that's how you create confidence. Because if you feel really in line with your purpose, it does not matter how much you weigh, you're happy and confident. Sure, maybe you want to change your weight, but you're still confident. And if you're truly connected to your love and your relationships and your ability to feel love, it doesn't matter whether or not you're financially successful, because you're so connected to what it is that makes you tick and what inside of you that fills you up. So I want you guys to start really looking at that list, the 4. And I want you to do this guide. I'm going to share it with the group when I'm done. If you have questions about the 12-week masterclass, just let me know. Everything on this PDF guide is going to walk you through the process of starting to establish some new to-dos, okay? I want you guys to come from this, take away from this that you have some new assignments to do every single day, whether it's writing in your journal what you feel grateful for, or smiling to a stranger. You know, when I was feeling really disconnected from my love, I made it a point, I woke up every single day and said, let me do 3 things of love today. Because I was feeling really unloved. I was in unhealthy relationships for so long, and then I was empty and had nothing. And so I woke up and said, hey, let me just do 3 things out of love. So I'd give the homeless person on the street something to eat, or I'd say hi to the mailman, or I'd compliment my mom or give her a call and say I love you. 3 things to receive love. And when you do your actions, guys, I want you to feel them, because this is the key to manifesting. Manifesting only happens when we feel it. So I want you guys to align with that emotion and just starting to really level up your life by feeling what you're supposed to feel. Okay? Does this sound good? Does this sound crazy complicated? It's not. It's really easy. All right, so I'm going to go share the PDF guide with you guys in the group. And if you have questions, get at me. And I am so proud. 13 of you guys stuck around give yourself a round of applause. Woo! You stuck on this for half an hour. You listened. You probably took notes. You nerded out. Love it. You guys are awesome. Go kick some ass. Talk to you soon.